a Hulk.
No banner, only Hulk!
I'm much stronger than them. I am Blue Hulk.
There are heroes who can lift a car. There are heroes who can punch through a wall. And then there's the Hulk, a guy who's punched a god so hard the god apologized. But here's the thing, nobody tells you Hulk isn't one character. It's basically 18 different monsters wearing the same purple pants. Some of these versions are pure, brainless rage. Some are smarter than Tony Stark. One of them isn't even really Hulk. It's the thing Hulk is scared of. Today, we're ranking every single version, weakest to the one that could delete the Marvel Universe by getting mildly annoyed. Buckle up, let's smash into it. Coming in at number 18, Red Hulk. This was General Thunderbolt Ross, the guy who spent decades hunting Hulk with tanks, turning himself into a red, fire-breathing Hulk just so he could finally win an argument. Credit where it's due. He absorbs energy, turns invisible, heats up like a toaster. But personality-wise, he's an angry retired general who's mad his knees don't work, except now they work too well. Strong, fun to watch, lose but bottom of the barrel. Sorry, General.
Prove it to Betty.
Number 17, She-Hulk, the Hulk who actually has her life together, which honestly should disqualify her. Jennifer Walters got a blood transfusion from cousin Bruce and came out smarter, stronger, and somehow more confident than she was as a lawyer. She can bench press a tank, then argue a case in court 20 minutes later. She's held her own against Thanos-level threats. But she's ranked low for one reason: she was never built to be the strongest. She was built to be the most well-adjusted, which ironically makes her weaker on a pure power scale than almost everyone else here. Adulting, 10 out of 10. Smashing, not so much.
Wow! Jesus, what the hell, man?
At number 16, we talk about Spider-Hulk. He can leap building to building and crack concrete like a sledgehammer. Peter's still got that same great responsibility guilt complex, except now it's stapled to Hulk-tier anger issues. Basically, imagine Spider-Man's conscience trying to control the Hulk's temper mid-swing. He's not canon, but he's exactly the kind of chaotic what-if crossover that makes fans lose their minds in the comments. Bottom line, cool concept, terrifying combo, would absolutely still worry about paying rent afterward.
I can see the buildings shaking when you breathe. I can see the world breaking under your feet.
Number 15. Let's talk about the thing that shows up in his story, Kluh. Kluh is the evil twin version of Hulk. Imagine if Bruce became the giant monster, and the little rage creature trapped inside him was small, savage, and uncontrollable. Terrifying to look at. Less intelligent, less strategic. He's mostly there to make you go, wait, what is that thing, before getting punched off panel 2 pages later. Nightmare fuel, low ranking.
There was a time when rage had limits.
Number 14. Blue Hulk. During the Immortal Hulk run, Bruce got hit with a massive dose of gamma radiation combined with near-death cold exposure and turned into this pale, frost blue version of himself. But this form is less a power-up and more a horror movie warning sign, Hulk's body literally trying to survive annihilation. Cool visually, but low on the list because it's less power and more emergency backup generator that only kicks in when Bruce is basically dying.
They want to attack me, so come and try.
Number 13. Back to the OG alternate Hulk, Grey Hulk, also known as Joe Fixit. Back when transformations were tied to nightfall instead of anger, Joe Fixit worked muscle for a Vegas casino, wore suits, threatened people for money. He's weaker than classic Green Hulk, but cunning, street smart, and has some of the best one-liners in Hulk history. Smooth-talking Vegas enforcer just doesn't compete with what's coming, but he'd absolutely win a poker night.
I decided to turn into a monster.
Number 12. Doc Green. Ever wonder what happens if Banner's genius-level brain got to drive the Hulk body permanently? That's Doc Green. Banner found a way to suppress the monster and keep the intelligence while staying huge and green. He's Professor Hulk's nerdy little brother, calm, calculated, solves problems with logic instead of smashing. Genuinely brilliant, genuinely useful, but not winning a straight-up brawl against the heavy hitters later on this list. Great in a lab, mediocre in a fistfight.
We're not your enemies, Banner. Try to think!
Yes, this happened. Hulk got infected by a symbiote, the same alien goo that makes Venom, and became a black, tendril-covered nightmare version of himself. He gains symbiote powers on top of Hulk strength, extra durability, extra aggression, but the symbiote amplifies his rage until it becomes a liability, making him easier to outsmart. Terrifying design, mid-strategic value, basically Hulk's edgy phase.
Gamma was power. Symbiote was hunger.
Number 10. Maestro Hulk. Now we're in genuinely dangerous territory. Maestro is a dark possible future decades from now. After most heroes are gone, Bruce's mind cracks completely, and he becomes a tyrant ruling a post-apocalyptic Earth. He's beaten versions of the Avengers solo, manipulative, strategic, and absurdly strong from decades of radiation exposure. The only reason he's not higher, he's a what-if, not the current baseline Hulk. Still, if you see him coming, you run, and you probably still lose.
I'm the strongest there is!
Number 9. The one below all. It isn't really a Hulk. It's the cosmic, god-tier evil force the entire Marvel multiverse's darkness flows from, tied directly to Bruce's own trauma, made into a living, universe-level threat. We're including it because Immortal Hulk's whole point is that this thing lurks beneath every version here. Calling it a form undersells it. It's less a Hulk, more the reason Hulk exists at all. Genuinely unsettling to even rank. Number 8. Infinity Hulk. After getting infused with cosmic-level power in stories where he gains Infinity Stone-tier energy, regular Hulk strength paired with the ability to affect space, time, and matter directly, instead of just punching it into submission. He's not as consistent in canon as other versions, which is why he's not higher, but on raw power alone. This version could fight Thanos-level cosmic threats and not blink. Genuinely, one of the scariest what-if versions on paper.
We needed a Hulk.
At number 7, Animated Hulk. Yes, the cartoon versions are simplified for general audiences, but across decades of shows, Hulk has consistently smashed tanks, gone toe-to-toe with Thor, and no-sold explosions that would erase city blocks all on a Saturday morning budget. He earns this spot for sheer consistency, the core memory version most people grew up loving. Less nuanced than the comics, but don't underestimate him, this is the Hulk that raised a generation.
I fear this brute won't be as obliging.
Number 6. Monster Hulk. The primal, savage, almost mindless version. Zero filter, all rage. Barely speaks, purely reacts with maximum force. Some of Hulk's most brutal, one-sided beatdowns come from exactly this headspace. He ranks this high not because of intelligence, but because there's virtually no limiter on his violence. He's what happens when you remove every safety switch Hulk has and just let the anger drive.
And Hulk. Smash.
Now we talk about Infernal Hulk. Hulk, after getting infused with literal hellfire and demonic energy during a stint battling forces from Marvel's underworld. He combines his already absurd durability with fire-based destruction, becoming immune to conventional damage while wrapped in supernatural flame. This is where Hulk stops being just the strongest and starts dipping into genuinely supernatural territory. Demons feared him. That tells you everything you need to know.
It's ancient, evil, and it's coming for all of us.
Okay, wait, number 4 is a little different. This is Scar Hulk's son. Hulk's son earns a real spot here. Born on Scar, raised in gladiator arenas, Scar inherited his father's strength and a separate power controlling Earth and Rock itself. Hulk, with a bonus elemental power pack. He's fought his own father to a standstill multiple times, not small, considering who his dad is. Brutal and already terrifying before hitting his full potential. This one still has more ceiling to climb.
This is my son, Scar.
Number 3. Worldbreaker Hulk. Things get apocalyptic here. During World War Hulk, after losing everything he loved, Hulk's rage hit a permanent boil, and his strength scaled to match. He single-handedly took down the entire Illuminati Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, all at once without breaking a sweat. He shattered Las Vegas. He no-sold Sentry. This is Hulk with nothing left to lose, which is the single most dangerous state he can possibly be in.
You're right, I don't, but I need that stone and I don't have time to debate.
And here he is finally. Immortal Hulk isn't just strong, he's functionally unkillable. Kill Bruce during the day, and Hulk gets back up at night stronger, angrier, unable to be permanently destroyed as long as there's darkness anywhere on Earth. He's ripped his own arm off and used the bone as a weapon. He's regenerated from ash. Gamma radiation here isn't science anymore, it's magic tied to death and rebirth itself. One of the greatest character reinventions in modern comics.
Stop! Just for once in your life, don't smash!
At number 1, the version that finally answers, what if Hulk didn't have to choose between smart and strong? Professor Hulk fuses Banner's genius intellect with Hulk's maximum power, permanently merged into one stable personality. No more hiding, no more switching at the worst moment. He lifts entire ships, builds advanced tech with his own hands, and outthinks opponents while being strong enough to fight gods. This is the version most casual fans know from Endgame, and it takes the top spot because it's the actual endgame of Hulk's whole arc. A character who spent decades fighting himself, finally finally winning that fight.
Changing the past doesn't change the future.
And that's every version of Hulk, ranked from solid tier all the way to actual comic book perfection. 18 versions, one very confused wardrobe department, and one hero who can't decide if he wants to save the world or become the reason it needs saving. And remember way back when we said we were saving Immortal Hulk for later? There he was, sitting at number 2 the whole time, unkillable, unstoppable, patiently waiting while everyone else took their turn in the spotlight. Truly the most immortal move he could have made. The guy literally couldn't be rushed even in his own video. Which version do you think deserved a higher spot? Drop it in the comments, I read every single one. And before you go subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell so you don't miss the next one, and join the crew because there's a lot more of this coming. See you in the next one.